We laugh, we cry, we travel to different lands, and we escape the real world.
Queen Camilla's house is the site of a stunning FBI discovery that has shocked the public and sparked debate across the globe. Why was the FBI chosen over the British government? And what did they discover that not even the most powerful could deny? Come explore the hidden truth underneath Queen Camilla's mansion with us as we uncover the horrific event's origins. Federal Bureau of Investigation's investigators visited Queen Camilla's massive home on a cold, tranquil night. The mysterious estate was ready to unveil a shocking revelation. Armed with powerful spotlights, black SUVs pulled up, and agents of serious nature stepped out. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's (FBI) conducted an unanticipated raid on a royal estate in their pursuit of a hidden truth. The air became more still as they drew near the massive entrance doors. The very walls appeared to conceal hidden knowledge. The home resounded with a resounding knock. The butler paused before opening the door, his face showing signs of confusion and paleness. Even after all his years of service, he had never encountered anything quite like this. A single agent yelled out, "FBI, we have a search warrant." The butler flinched and moved to the side as the agents entered the room, their boots clicking on the polished marble flooring illuminated by the golden chandeliers. The house lived up to their expectations. It was suitable for a king or queen. The spies, meanwhile, weren't there to gawk at the scenery. Rather, they worked swiftly, scrutinizing each detail in their quest to unearth the buried treasures. Agents began their investigation in the main hall, where they rummaged through bookcases, drawers, and even knocked on walls in an effort to uncover secret chambers. Expensive artwork, rare antiques, and ornate furnishings gave the impression that everything was how it should be. But things got weird when an agent looking inside the study saw a bookcase that didn't belong there. His pulse was racing because the shelf swung when he retrieved a book. They gathered around the bookcase when he signaled for them. The chamber resounded with a deafening creak as the bookcase swung open, revealing a hidden passageway. On the opposite side, what was waiting? With their spotlights illuminated, the agents stepped into the dimly lit room. There were dusty old boxes scattered throughout the cold room. It seemed like decades had passed since anyone had bothered them. Upon opening the trunks, they discovered several ancient documents, correspondence, and photographs. Some were handwritten in a haste and had an air of despair. Others bore the name of Princess Diana. Could these be pre-death letters that Diana penned in secret? What hidden truths did they possess? The agents were very careful with them, their hands trembling, though that was not all the revelation included. Jewelry that was not now in the royal collection was among the artifacts discovered. Some of the items seemed ancient, while others stood out too much to be ordinary. It made many wonder if they had been stolen or if they were presents from influential individuals. When a stunning discovery was made, a hidden chamber in a secluded corner tucked behind a dusty rug, the story was further complicated. The agent's enthusiasm was heightened as a concealed handle was exposed upon pulling back the carpeting. Uncovering a shadowy passageway beneath the mansion was the result of setting the trap. Some tunnels were concealed. The operative stood up again just before entering the tunnels. The atmosphere was humid and had a musty odor. There could have been no more than one person in the cramped tube. Weird patterns appeared on the walls as their flashlights shone. They wanted to know how far the tunnel extended. It felt like an eternity until they discovered another closed door. They gave the lock a good push and succeeded in opening it, revealing a secret chamber under the surface. Within, they discovered an overwhelming amount of paperwork, some of which included the names of prominent individuals such as politicians, celebrities, and international leaders. There were a lot of files that were sealed and stamped as confidential. Many wondered why Queen Camilla's archives were hidden beneath her house after their discovery. Somewhat disturbing was a wall adorned with black and white images of many royal families from throughout the globe, including Princess Diana, Prince Charles, young William and Harry, and others. They seem to have been under the radar for quite some time. The most shocking thing was still to come. The agents were certain they had found something important, and there was a lockable metal box in the chamber. The audio recordings, letters, and papers that were discovered within hinted to something sinister, maybe connected to Diana's demise, once they succeeded in opening it. Is it possible that this holds the answer to a long-lived enigma? Has everyone been tricked? All throughout the home, investigators were stationed. The evidence was being painstakingly gathered and transported for additional analysis. The main concern was whether the general population would ever learn the complete reality. Word quickly circulated that some authorities preferred secrecy, while others advocated making the results public. Nothing came out of the palace's silence, but it was obvious that this probe was different. The British monarchy may have been significantly affected. With everything out of the way, why was Camilla's house chosen? What scandals have brought her to this level of public scrutiny? Since Camilla Parker Bowles became a member of the royal family, there have been several scandals involving Queen Camilla. People are still arguing over her. Camilla was embroiled in a well-known scandal among the royal family before to becoming queen. Despite the many ups and downs, love, betrayal, public censure, and finally approval, she continues to be surrounded by controversy. After becoming close in the early 1970s, Camilla and Prince Charles were considered to be in love, but were unable to be together due to circumstances. Charles enlisted in the Navy, and Camilla wed Andrew Parker Bowles. Despite Charles and Lady Diana Spencer's official marriage, their private relationship was rocky. Even after they tied the knot, Charles and Camilla's romance remained strong and vibrant. Camilla was an important figure in Diana's marriage, she said, implying that Charles was never able to get past his first love. The majority of people sided with Diana when she and Charles divorced in 1996. The royal marriage was said to have fallen apart because of Camilla. Camilla remained one of the most despised individuals in royal history long after Diana's death in 1997, as the public continued to have trouble accepting her. For very some time, the royal family dictated how the public saw Camilla. Until their 1999 public appearance, Camilla and Charles kept their romance under wraps. Initially, there was considerable hesitation to completely include Camilla into the royal family. Camilla was initially unpopular with the Queen, Prince William, and Harry, but they eventually came around. Instead of a large royal wedding, she and Charles chose a small, intimate ceremony in 2005. To honor Diana, she chose to be known as the Duchess of Cornwall rather than the Princess of Wales. The palace knew she was unpopular with the public because of her choice. Camilla gradually put in a lot of work to win over people's favor. Critical to Charles's life, she devoted herself to philanthropy and supported vital organizations. Regardless, she continues to be viewed by some as a divisive character. There was some controversy over Camilla's title once Charles became king. Instead of Queen Consort, her original title was Princess Consort. The assumption was that this decision was taken to pay tribute to Diana's memory while avoiding any further controversy. But when Charles became king in 2022, Queen Elizabeth II shocked everyone by stating that she wanted Camilla to be dubbed Queen Consort. Much speculation ensued over this, with some speculating that it was an attempt to guarantee Camilla's future prominence. Some were unhappy with the title that Camilla received when Charles became king in 2023. She was formally recognized as Queen Camilla rather than Queen Consort. Opinions were divided on whether this was excessively extreme or whether she was deserving of the label. People who were still grieving over Diana voiced their disapproval of this decision once again. Because of the public's immense adoration for Diana, Camilla has always had it tough. People constantly make the comparison between Diana and Camilla anytime Camilla is in the spotlight, even though Diana died a long time ago. Some believe she will never be able to completely overcome the reminders of Diana's enduring impact. Because of her role in the divorce of Charles and Diana, Camilla continues to be reviled by those who support the royal family. People often claim that Diana would have been a better queen, and make comparisons to her whenever she goes anywhere, makes a speech, or does charitable work. The question of what might have transpired if Diana had lived is the subject of several online discussions. Camilla has endured unending comparisons throughout her life, which has only added to the challenges she has faced as queen. In addition to dealing with her own troubles, Camilla has been embroiled in family affairs that have tarnished the royal family's reputation. Because of his forthright nature, her son Tom Parker Bowles is a media darling. Some have deemed his public discussions of royal matters inappropriate. Tom may have a strong bond with his mother, but he is nonetheless subject to criticism for his actions. Some members of the royal family continue to associate with Andrew Parker Bowles, who was Camilla's ex-husband. Although they get along well, his continued attendance at royal functions is surprising to some. Their present connection has sparked suspicion due to the rarity of intimate relationships between ex-spouses in royal circles. Even among Camilla's extended family, there have been occasions when her words or actions have caused distress. People have taken offense to her prior remarks and jokes, accusing her of being callous. Camilla has grown friendlier and more relatable as time has passed. She is now an integral element of Charles's function as monarch and has assumed several duties within the royal household. She now gracefully represents the monarchy, engages with the public, and attends significant royal functions, in contrast to her previous demeanor. Has she won over the public? That is the remaining issue. Despite her rising star power, polls show that she still pales in comparison to her other royal family members. Among the younger generation of royals, Prince William and Kate continue to have the greatest popularity, while Camilla is more often tolerated than loved. For many, the hurts of the past are still very much present. Nobody will ever forget the Diana and Charles narrative, and Camilla will always be a part of it. With her new title as Queen, Camilla is more involved than ever before. It is believed that she will stand behind Charles, respect royal customs, and help shape the monarchy's destiny. And yet, scandal still accompanies her no matter what she does. Why was this surprise raid carried out? That is the issue that has been left unanswered thus far. Do you know who may have raised the alarm? Is this all a trap? Let's discover the hidden motives behind this invasion. The presence of FBI officers in Queen Camilla's residence was unexpected. The FBI's presence at Ray Milhouse sparked eyebrows because they usually handle major crimes such as political scandals and international fraud. The involvement of an American agency in a matter involving the British royal family perplexed many. British intelligence agencies like MI5 and Scotland Yard often handle topics pertaining to the royal family. Whatever the case may have been before, this time it was quite clear that American investigators were needed. The prevalence of financial crimes was a startling issue. The royal family's wealth is in the billions, yet not all of it makes headlines. The FBI may have launched an inquiry if funds were transferred clandestinely via offshore accounts or through other covert operations. Speculation circulated that the royal family was transferring large sums of money. Is it possible that Camilla's home included bank records, secret safes, or vital documents connected to a larger plot? If this turned out to be true, the Federal Bureau of Investigation's FBI might have been looking for proof of wrongdoing that may have involved tax evasion, hidden international agreements, or fraud. If the matter had nothing to do with money, then what may have been hidden within the estate? As a private property, Ray Mill House lacks the elaborate security systems of Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle. This remote estate would be perfect for concealing valuables, divisive correspondence, or proof that may be used to harm someone. There were others who thought the FBI was searching for hidden royal papers or secret classified materials. There is a long tradition of secrecy among the British monarchy. Is it possible that Camilla was trying to conceal anything from everyone? Maybe it was letters written by kings who had previously reigned that revealed secrets. There was a chance that may have changed how the public views the royal family for all time. The FBI may have been tipped up by an informant about possible hidden secrets in Camilla's home. The FBI will not act on hearsay but will instead wait for sufficient proof. The informant may have been a former employee, a guard, or even a close associate of the Queen. An ex-employee may have seen anything suspicious and decided to report it. Even Prince Harry's possible involvement has been the subject of speculation. It seems plausible that he or someone associated with him found embarrassing material and intervened, considering his track record of disclosing royal secrets and critiques of the monarchy. On the other hand, an unanticipated party, such as a maid, financial advisor, or security guard, may have discovered their role in a major problem. This information may already be public knowledge, for example. Leaked papers have disclosed royal secrets. For instance, when Prince Andrew's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein was uncovered, it was not as a result of a police inquiry, but rather as a result of leaked bank records, witness statements, and files. Imagine a scenario where a secret document implicating Camilla or someone associated with her in an affair was discovered. Confidential material may have been leaked to the authorities by a journalist, a hacker, or an insider in the political system. The Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, would probably step in if the records revealed wrongdoing, fraud, or corruption. It was possible that someone was covertly giving information. Governments have frequently employed informants as a means of gathering intelligence and bringing down powerful persons. Possibly this was a tactic used by the opposition to undermine the monarchy. Is it possible that someone is attempting to depose King Charles III by targeting Camilla first? There have been several power struggles and disputes among the royal family. Is it possible that somebody insider, such as a powerful politician or perhaps a foreign power, is trying to expose the royal family's clandestine dealings? Was the informant protecting themselves, the general public, or someone with greater clout if there was one? Many hypotheses were advanced, but the key question that persisted was what the FBI's final motivation was for taking action. Did anything powerful enough to influence the entire monarchy emerge, such as a big piece of leaked and impossible-to-ignore evidence, an unreported tip from someone within the palace, or a clear direction from a top-ranking U.S. official? The Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, does not waste time on insignificant cases. Their presence in Camilla's home was a warning sign that something major was about to happen. We started to wonder how far-reaching this mystery was and if anyone else may be involved. What would the Queen's reaction be if she heard this? Queen Camilla's reactions. Upon learning of the search, Queen Camilla became enraged. Returning to the mansion in a flash, she made her demands known. Angry phone calls, potentially to King Charles or other high-ranking officials, were caught on camera by eyewitnesses. Her complete lack of astonishment is the peculiar part. She seemed to have some prior knowledge of what may be in that hidden chamber. Why, if it's true, was she concealing it? Camilla kept her message to the public brief. According to her, the raid was all in good fun, and the artifacts discovered were important to the past, but otherwise unremarkable. But why were they kept secret if they were nothing out of the ordinary? For what reason were Diana-related documents and hidden tunnels discovered? So, what's going to happen after this? We may be dealing with one of the largest royal scandals ever if this is only the start. Maybe this will alter everything. Is Princess Diana involved in some way? The murder of Diana, according to some, was not an accident, but rather an attempt to silence her. Rumor has it that she was stifled because of her knowledge of dark royal secrets, or because she intended to reveal them. Unusually active in things pertaining to the British royal family, the FBI has recently emerged. What makes Camilla's estate and these documents a target? Could these documents include Diana's hidden messages, audio recordings, or a diary that divulges sensitive information? In a letter to her butler, Diana hinted to a premeditated act of accident and voiced her concerns about her safety just before she passed away. Was there something she wanted to tell us? Would it be possible that Queen Camilla has been hiding something the whole time? Were Camilla's life and safety in danger? What if Camilla was the target of a blackmail plot instead of Diana disclosing royal secrets? The people adored Diana, but Camilla was perpetually viewed as the one who ruined her marriage, therefore she was never popular. People still didn't really embrace Camilla even after Diana passed away. But suppose Camilla was trying to shield herself from danger by keeping things under wraps. What if someone possessed confidential information on the death of Diana or some other royal scandal, material that may bring down King Charles and her? Surely she would try her utmost to conceal it. In the event that someone tried to coerce her into keeping quiet by offering financial or political benefits, wouldn't she be obligated to hide whatever proof they may have? Is the FBI's discovery this? It is possible that Camilla's private talks, hush money payments documented in bank records, or covert letters from the blackmailer were among these items. When anything went wrong at the royal estate, why didn't the British police intervene? In this case, the FBI was engaged, rather than the UK government. Does this mean that the problem isn't limited to the United Kingdom and might involve other nations, powerful people, or secret deals involving more than just the royal family? Why is everyone being so tight-lipped about it? Is the rule of King Charles at risk? Could this endanger his reign as king after waiting his entire life for the chance? What would transpire if it were discovered that the royal family was concealing something important, leading to a loss of trust? Declining allegiance and demands for its abolition are problems the monarchy is already having to deal with. If this controversy turns out to be significant, it may be the last straw. Charles may have it much harder due to the history of Camilla, Charles, and Diana. He may be forced to step down if the people begin to demand answers and doubt his leadership abilities. Many believe that Charles will not continue as king for much longer, and that Prince William will succeed him to the throne more quickly than expected. Is this controversy the driving force for this decision? Is something secret being withheld? The government and the royal family would certainly address this publicly if it were a little issue. They should explain the FBI's presence at Camilla's estate, wouldn't they? In its place, there has been complete and utter quiet. No public denials, news conferences, or official explanations, and absolutely none effort to rein in or mitigate the harm that the conjecture has caused. Silence is frequently interpreted as an indication of something being concealed in the monarchy. The royal family would have promptly corrected any minor error, wouldn't they? No suspicious activity was taking place. They should have made it clear to everyone. However, by remaining silent, they are just leading others to suspect foul play. Is anything being concealed? Is everyone trying their best to keep this controversy under wraps, just like previous ones? The key concern is the length of time the royal family can maintain silence before the facts are exposed. Everyone can see that the royal family as a whole, their future plans and whatever hidden secrets they may be attempting to conceal, are now at the center of this scandal, not just Camilla. In light of this stunning revelation, how do you see the royal family's response? Do you think there's a greater power at work if they remain silent? Leave a comment with your ideas, and get the word out by sharing and subscribing. Make sure you click on the video that's on your screen before you go.